Yo, what's up, my guys? Y'all ready for the T, the G, as in gossip? Let me put you on. Okay, so this is the shit, man. I had an anxiety attack in front of 300 people once. So basically, I was with my band, right? And we were playing a gig. And it was the first gig we had played together in years. First time I'd seen these motherfuckers in probably easily a year or two. We hadn't seen each other since high school. And I ain't gonna lie, at this time, I was going through a lot. I was talking to this girl, and, things just weren't going well. And, my life was just kind of in a really bad place. Admittedly, my life has never really been in a good place until fairly recently. Weirdly enough, becoming homeless has been one of the most, actually best parts of my life. Sadly. But, weirdly enough, at this point, I was going through hell. And I just could not go in front of 300 people. I did not have the confidence in myself, which now I do. But at the time, I just did not have the confidence to stand in front of 300 people. So leading up to this, I tried to hype up the group and I tried to hype up myself. And, I had multiple chances just to get out of this show. I had multiple chances. No one in the band wanted to do it but me. But I was like, no, I was so adamant. We can do this, guys. We can do this. Even though I didn't think we could do it. So leading up to it, I was basically doom ripping every vape I saw, chain smoking in the car. I drank probably a fifth before the day started. It was probably 8 a.m. I'd already drank a fifth of whiskey. By the end of the day, I drank probably easily a half gallon, just throughout the day. I was also smoking like a chimney on weed. So much weed. Low-key, I don't remember most of this. I'm going to be honest with you. I do not remember most of this. It's all fucking patches and blurs, and I was pretty much on a bender at this point. And I remember doing the show, and all of a sudden, I just was in front of 300 people, and I just remember turning around, looking at one of my bandmates, and going, I can't do this. I can't do this. I started to shake uncontrollably. I just had to leave, and I couldn't, control my voice or my volume, which, when you're a musician and a vocalist, is pretty fucking important. I couldn't really do anything, man. I was shaking, so bad, and I just started drinking more and more and more and more and more. I even started hammering caffeine, like Monster Energy mixed with vodka, and that's how I got it into the fucking gig, because I wasn't supposed to bring any alcohol. I poured vodka in a big Monster can that had Monster in it, and I was just knocking that back, like a vodka Monster, whatever it's called, vodka Red Bull, whatever you want to call that shit. Eventually, we got out of there. We did play a second show. We did get an encore some fucking how. And I still didn't perform, but I was able to save that one a little bit. After I left, though, I felt so bad because I ruined that show for them. And we went back to one of the bandmates' cribs, and we watched the movie together, and we drank together for a little bit, and we smoked together for a little bit. And then my other bandmate went, well, I got to drop Luke off. So, we started going home, but we stopped at McDonald's, and he begged me not to go in. And I went into McDonald's. I kid you not. I started grabbing people by the collar of their shirts, strangers, and going, do you know who I am? Oh my God. And they were going, yeah, you're lunch table Luke, ain't you? It would have been better if they said no. But I know I was so drunk I would have told them anyway. So, yeah. And I was hyping myself up because I was very, 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 very much in an insecure place. And then I hopped up on the table, and I'm surprised I'm still allowed in that McDonald's. They ran me out of there. I don't remember getting home. I don't remember going to bed. I barely remember McDonald's. I didn't even remember that I went to McDonald's for a week after that. And it's actually genuinely so bad, I walked in with the bottle of alcohol and poured it in a fucking cup and then put it up to, I poured up a quarter of a cup of vodka and then hit the fucking fountain drinks and poured it up. Yeah. And then I took a few 5-hour energies to the face. That was an experience. And funny thing is, most people who don't know the background of that story thought the whole thing was a reference to SpongeBob somehow. I don't want to explain it further because there's been a few times where I've done references to SpongeBob to cover my ass for when I tell this story. I don't want the place that I did this show to know that I did this. I have done multiple shows since this, and now I reference SpongeBob at all of my gigs, so you'll never fucking know which gig I'm talking about. And I'm gonna continue doing it, so no one's ever gonna know what gig I'm talking about. Anyway, deuces.